higher than your cone. Bring it around on one end. I'm gonna cut an extra one. Okay. Wrap it on one end. Okay. Bring it around on the other side. If you can't fully close that at the very top, at least, you can always move this up a little bit higher. Okay. My fingers are getting warm. Okay, right? Number one. Here we go. And then, like I did for the last time, about the same height. So where these two came together, that should be the center of your next petal. Okay? Stick it on one end, keep the other end open so that you can tuck your next petal in. These are bigger, so I have to kind of overlap them even more. Okay. Wrap that one around. Okay, keep it open a little bit so that your last one can tuck in around the same height and go around there. Okay. And again, pull this little edge out. Okay, start there. And then take these top pieces and kind of curl them back. Give them a little pinch if you want, something like that. All right, don't worry if they're not like absolutely perfect looking. You kind of don't want them to be, because like no rose is symmetrical. So the more some maybe kind of curves out a little bit more than another, you know, if you have a little fray like that, don't worry about it, okay? So there's that, right? That's the small little rosebud. You could also just do one petal and it's a teeny tiny rosebud. Then after that, you're gonna do 5. So it goes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. You know, you can make massive roses if you want. Okay. So from here, right, my petals are kind of big, and I now need to fit 5, right? So they can be the same height, or it can be just like a little bit higher. I usually keep them around the same height. Okay. So I'm just gonna adhere this like just a little bit right there. Okay. And then do my next one closer, overlap more, right, like that. Pop that one in there. You gotta kind of think about how can I space 5 of these petals relatively evenly, because you don't want to have like 4 spaced really nicely and then the last one is like jammed in there, or four really tight because you're worried you won't have room, and then the last one is like just out there hanging on its own. Okay, so it just takes practice. Okay, and again, like even if it's not perfectly spaced, that's fine. Like I'll show you the flow on mine in a second. Right, see how that one kind of got tucked in a lot, whereas I have this one not as tucked in. Okay, so we work on spacing that. Okay, so just kind of do this again, pinch the bottom to sort of secure it, and then the exact same thing, kind of pull these little edges out. Okay. That. And then curl this back a bit. Okay. Pinch it every so often just to give it a little bit more of a ruffle. If during the process of adding the next layer you find that